Good afternoon. I'm Sarah Sumbrum, Artistic Director at Dance Cleveland, and today I'm joined by Lloyd Knight, who is the principal dancer at Martha Graham Company. Hi, Lloyd. How are you?
Hi, I'm great. Hi, everyone.
So, Lloyd, tell us where are you right now? Where are you joining us from?
So I am at Oklahoma State University, and
Okay.
I'm on tour with the Graham Company right now.
Awesome. Well, we're so excited to have you coming to Cleveland. It's like right around the corner. I think
Yes,
just about a week and a half away from your
yeah,
performances here. So,
yeah. I'm
yeah.
super pumped.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, Dance Cleveland is very proud to be a co-commissioner of the drama, which is your own solo work.
Yes.
You worked with a videographer and filmmaker and other choreographer to create this solo work. And we got to see a little piece of it last year when you were here earlier in
Yeah.
the season. But we're so excited to finally see the full performance. I was at the debut at the Guggenheim in January, and everyone was talking about it.
Oh, I'm super excited,
Yeah,
and it's like my little baby.
it is. Yeah. So tell me a little bit about, for people that don't know you,
hmm
you've been on Dance Magazine's cover. I know you've gotten so much excitement around your artistic abilities and dancing and work that you've done with Martha Graham, but tell me a little bit about your background for those who don't know you.
Okay, so I'm originally from London. I was born in England. And my family moved to Miami when I was 7, hence the accent is gone. And started dancing kind of late, started at 10, and then went to New York School of the Arts. And that's where I started Martha Graham technique with the former principal Peter London and auditioned for the company senior year and got it. And that was 2005. And I've been in the company since then. And it's just been a really great experience and a big learning experience and artistic happiness. And yeah, and I'm here today
Yes, you're here today.
to speak about
So
it.
tell me a little bit about how did you decide that you wanted to create this solo work? Like going from obviously a principal dancer with a dance company like
Mhm.
Martha Graham, how did you decide that this was kind of a solo work that you wanted to create? And how did you decide to work with Jack and Jeremy?
Well, it was weird. Always had the feeling of doing solo work. I didn't know what it would entail, but that always intrigued me of going on stage by myself and just dancing or acting. And I saw one of Jack Ferber's works and I fell in love with his process of solo work because he involves dance, he speaks. It's just a full experience. I feel like is well rounded. So when I got the opportunity from the Guggenheim to work on something, I was like, okay, I have to ask Jack because I feel like they would really bring something special out of me. And we decided to go on this ride together along with Jeremy Jacob, and it's been really beautiful. And I just I at this moment in my professional life, I just felt like it would be great to speak about the life of an artist and what it entails and the good, the ugly, everything. Huh?
Yeah, and I love how in the piece people will get to see this, but you really talk about not only the glamorous side, I think that people mostly think about when you think about dance performers, but the rigor and the dedication and some of the hard parts of being a performer and dancer. Um,
Yeah, it's hard. It's really you really it's eye-opening because when you're in school or whatever before you join maybe a company, you have this idea of what it's like, but until you're in it and those rehearsals, those late rehearsals, those long rehearsals and injuries and maybe cattiness from other dancers and directors and all kinds of things, you really go on a wild ride.
yeah, I love that you give us kind of both sides of that within the performance. And, I think people need to know that you actually speak as part of the performance. What was that like actually incorporating your own voice into the show?
I'm like, so fun, but also really nerve-wracking. I remember that first rehearsal, Jack gave me some homework to do and some writing homework. And um, then we sat down and they were like, read what you have. And I remember we had a little podium and I put my notebook up and I was reading and they were giving me notes and pointers, but it was nerve-wracking, but also really exciting because I really appreciate acting and I really would love to do more of it. So this really, in a way, was kind of like a, a birth to that experience and what it would feel like, especially on stage while I'm dancing and moving around. And that's just a whole nother level
I
to
feel
it.
like it's a whole nother component that,
Yeah,
some dancers don't really get to experience, and
yeah,
probably the comfort level, I imagine. It's like you have to kind of get used to that.
yeah.
But
Because for the people that haven't seen it so far, there's a moment where I dance a lot,
mhm.
and like to the point where I work myself up to exhaustion. And then I have a monologue, and people were saying they were just blown. They didn't see it coming. And then for me, it's how do I work up enough breath and artistry to deliver it in a way where it reads correctly.
Yeah, and I love that. I mean, for those who are going to see it, I think that they will be amazed. Like you said, it's like dancers are always taught to make everything look so easy. And I
Hmm.
feel like this is unique because it gives us a glimpse of what it looks like when it looks easy, but then you also kind of shed those other layers away and let us see what those other sides look like, even within your own performing, the way
Hmm.
that you're approaching it. So, yeah, I'm so excited for everyone to see it. All right. Well, tell us a little bit about what you hope everyone takes away from the performance.
Uh, really, I've been thinking about this a lot, and I really hope that people appreciate the work that dancers and that artists in general put into their life of dedication to whatever they're presenting. Yeah, this story is about me, but um, it's also my love letter to dance, to modern dance, to all artists, to anybody that has a passion for anything. So I really hope that they walk away feeling, oh my God, it really takes a lot to do what you love professionally, and so I think that's my answer.
Yeah. No, that's good. I think you've achieved that. I think everyone that comes into the theater will be able to really feel that.
Thank
Um,
you.
Another element that is part of this performance is videography.
Hmm.
How did you and your collaborators decide on where that videography was going to take place and how it related to the piece?
Well, a mastermind, greatest person, artist, Jeremy Jacob. He really is mind blowing how his mind works, and he sat down at all of our rehearsals and um, heard saw the dances, heard the text and everything, and he got an idea of what the story would be about, and uh, to give a clear glimpse, inner glimpse to the audience. So researching Martha, photos of her, the feeling that it gives. So there's moments where you see me on a cliff or on a beach, and there's a dressing room scene. So anything that really takes your heart there and connects you to the story.
Yeah,
Um, and it was
video is
fun.
beautiful. The video is
Thank
beautiful. Where
you.
was it? Where was it shot? Most of it?
Montauk.
Okay.
So at some point we were at Robert Wilson's residency center, the Watermill,
Mhm.
and we drove around a lot and just experimented on the beach, and We always, there's one of my favorite takeaways from this project was researching Martha. And Jeremy and I, we always had this idea, Martha Graham, she always displayed her characters, especially these strong women, they're heroic women. And in our heads, we were like, it would be so cool if maybe the piece would open up with you like on a cliff, wearing a dress maybe, and the wind's blowing. And I did research and I looked at this book of sketches that this artist did of Martha Graham's work, and there was a sketch of her in Salem Shore. That was the title of the piece, and it's her on a cliff with the wind blowing and in a dress. And I was like, "That's it! That's
Perfect. That's
it!
it.
Yeah,
And it's so dramatic.
yeah." We took it from there, and yeah, it was so fun.
So, obviously the work is about you, and we get a little glimpse of like your own background, your own upbringing. Um, but it's also a lot about Martha Graham directly. And
Yeah,
I feel like when I watch the piece, I learn a lot about Martha directly. So,
yeah.
what are some of the qualities about Martha that are most inspiring to you or speak to you directly?
I think her ability to speak to the human experience. Um, when she started, there was nothing but, you know, hardcore ballet around, and people were playing swans and whatnot. And that's great. That's beautiful. But she really wanted to speak to the soul of a human and the realistic vibrations that gives off, and that really speaks to me. When I started Graham Technique in school, yeah, I was sitting on the floor and I was like, what is this? Like, this is crazy, and my body hurt, and I was like, ah. And then I watched videos of her work and I was like, oh my God, this is it. The people, I hope you realize, like, I was just like, people, this is magic, and the heart of it. And yes, it's formalized and there's shapes and whatnot, but it always comes from the inner deep inner soul of a human. And I think that's why it connects to so many people
That's,
today. Yeah.
yeah. That's beautiful. Well, we're so excited. I know you have lots of engagement to do. You're always so wonderful. I know when we had you here earlier this year, you got to work with so many different dance students in studios and public schools within our community. So it was really fun to have you here on the ground here in Northeast Ohio. And we hope that a lot of those folks get to come to the show and get to see the final project in its performance. We have two shows on February 15th and 16th at the Westfield Insurance Studio Theatre at Idea Center at Playhouse Square. Tickets are on sale now if you don't already have them. And Lloyd, just thank you so much for giving your time and all of the insight about the piece. We can't wait to have you here soon.
Thank you, Sarah, and thank you, Dance Cleveland. And please, everyone, come and check it out and see some drama.
Yes, the drama. Thank you,
Yes.
Lloyd.
Thank you so much. Bye.